Hey, Ethan. Since you're the rookie, I think you should be in charge of booking the spot for this year's Christmas party. It'll be a good way to prove to everyone how reliable you are. Sorry, sir. Did you say this year's Christmas party? It's almost the middle of December. You want me to book a place now? Are you playing dumb with me? Of course I mean this year's Christmas party. What did you think I was referring to? And in case you thought I was asking you to do it, I'm not. I'm telling you to. I'm sorry, but nobody told me I was the organizer this year. This is the first time hearing about it. What's that got to do with anything? I'm telling you right now that you're the organizer for this year, so do it. I'm pretty sure I heard people telling you back in October or early November that you were in charge of doing that this year. Everyone is assuming you've already got everything booked and ready to go. And you were the other person chosen. It's a big party. That's why 2 people were tasked with planning it. 2 people? Are you sure about that? Now that I think about it, I think there was an email sent out saying you were doing it. I would have remembered if my name was mentioned as well. I might still have that email in my inbox. I can look for it if you want. It doesn't matter what was said in any email. I delegated the task to you. Are you saying I forgot to tell you that? I'm pretty sure I'd remember you telling me if you had. This is the first I'm hearing of it. I'm sure I gave you the memo or sent you an email about it. I don't think so. Can you find that email and tell me when you sent it? I'll try to pull it up. I usually don't delete internal emails. I'm not going to waste my time checking my sent history for that email. That's a waste of my time and I've got better things to do. This just goes to show me that your memory is lacking. Now stop trying to make excuses. I don't want to hear them. If you haven't booked a place yet, make sure you get it done. And it's got to hold at least 50 people. 50 people? That's quite a lot on short notice, don't you think? That's how many people said they were coming. It's not that many if you think about it. Imagine if we allowed family to come along too. This isn't a tiny company here. I don't know why that number surprises you. It's just that. I don't know if I can find a place big enough for 50 people this close to Christmas. Well, you'd better make sure you do. If you can't, you're gonna be the one who has to tell everyone you blew it and that there's no Christmas party this year. And don't ask me for any ideas as to where to have the party, because I have no idea. But don't worry, I'll still be the MC the night of the party, so you can leave that part up to me. Your job is to get the place booked and make sure the venue either serves food or that we can get it catered. And make sure you don't go over budget either. You're not leaving me much time. Are you saying you can't do it? It's just that. This close to Christmas, I think all the places around here are going to be booked up. I bet caterers are going to be too busy to take new jobs now too. I know it'll be tough, but I believe in you. Oh, by the way, it can't be after Christmas either. The party has to be next Friday night. What? That leaves me absolutely no time and limits my options even more. Andre is breathing down my neck to get this done for him. He was hoping the venue and time would have been chosen already because he wants to let everyone know where and when it'll be. People have families. They need to know these things. You can't just spring the company party on them. I agree you can't just spring this on someone at the last minute. That's not what I meant. Stop complaining and get it done. Okay, I'll try. But I'm not guaranteeing anything. I might need to get some help on this one. Don't look at me. Huh? I'm not gonna help you out with this. It's your task now, which means it's your problem. If you can't find a place to hold this party, the blame's gonna fall solely on your shoulders. If you screw this up, you might as well quit, because everyone's gonna hate you for it. That's all I have to say on the matter. That's a little harsh, don't you think? Anyway, I'll do what I can. I haven't given up yet. I'll let you know what I find out. Hello, Ethan. I'm Andre Gomez. I hear you're in charge of the Christmas party this year. Lucien told me so himself. Have you found a place yet? Lucien said he's just the MC and that you're the one doing all the booking. Good evening, Mr. Gomez. I didn't know you had my number. Apparently, I am in charge of booking the venue, but I haven't found a place to hold it yet. You haven't found one yet? But this party is already scheduled for next Friday night. That's also what I've been told. I'm terribly sorry. I'll find something. I haven't given up yet. I was hoping to give everyone the full details of the party by tomorrow. Everyone's talking about how strange it is to have a date set already, but nobody knows the place or start time. If you don't have a place booked yet, why did Lucien give me a date already? I don't know, sir. That's strange. But anyway, that actually works out pretty well. What do you mean, sir? I've got a place I'd like to suggest. I thought it might be in bad taste if I was the one who suggested this place to hold my company's Christmas party. But I figure if you still haven't found a spot to hold it at this point in time, I'll let you in on a little secret I've been keeping. Really? If you know a place, that'd be great. Everything around here that I know of is booked solid. I don't know what to say right now. I never thought anyone would help me out with this. Thank you. I'd like to show you the place I have in mind. If you're up for it, I can take you there for a drink tonight. My treat. If tonight doesn't work for you, how about tomorrow night? What do you say? Are you up for a drink? A drink with you? Of course. I'd be honored. If you send me the name and address of the place, I can head over there right now. I've got nothing going on tonight. What time is best for you? Just hold on. I'll send you the address. What the heck kind of place is that? Huh? What do you mean? The place you booked for the Christmas party. They sent out the location of the Christmas party to everyone. Did you not get that email either? I've never even heard of that place before, so I figured I'd go check it out. What a filthy, rat-infested hellhole. It's in an area of town I don't think anyone even goes to, and the place is tiny. I didn't even waste my time going inside to look. The building is old and run down. It's actually a pretty nice place, though. It doesn't look like much on the outside since the building is old, but the entire inside has been redone. It's beautiful and clean. Everything on the inside is brand new. I doubt that very much. And that place looks tiny. Can it even hold 50 people? Just barely. I think it has 55 or 60 seats. But we've reserved the entire place. It serves food and alcohol. It should be great. It's got everything we need. And the food is really good there. It's all homemade. And the inside is nice and open, so it'll be great for toasts and speeches. I think you'll have an easy time being the MC there. You can even hook a mic into their speaker system if you want to, though I don't think it'll be necessary. So, the only place you could find was that filthy one in the butt end of town, huh? If this is how you handle tasks assigned to you, I can tell that you won't be here for very long. Huh? What do you mean? What's the problem with that place? It's nice. You phoned this one in, didn't you, Ethan? Just admit it. You did the absolute bare minimum, and you expect me to applaud you for it. You really aren't very useful at all, are you? You need to get better at the tasks I assign you. I think I've been going too easy on you up till now. If you're not going to be a dependable member of my team, maybe I don't need you on my team at all. Do you really think it's that bad? You said you didn't even go in. And as far as my results are concerned with my work, I'm number 1 in our department. Why are you telling me I'm not useful or reliable with tasks you assign me? Is being number 1 not good enough? This isn't very motivating. If this is how you talk about my results, what do you say to the other people in our department? Do you have something against me personally? You think I have time to pick on you personally? You think I'm doing this out of spite? I'm starting to think so, seeing as you're bringing up my stats when they clearly have nothing to do with this, and when I'm performing the best in the department. I'm just calling it as I see it. You dropped the ball here. And being number 1 doesn't give you a free pass to drop the ball on other important tasks. Don't get mad at me just because you couldn't find a decent place. If you can't take a little criticism, maybe you shouldn't be working here. That place you chose is a dump. If you can't see that, maybe you really are hopeless. I don't think you should be judging it based on the outside alone. That's insulting to me and to the owner. I don't care about your feelings about that dump, and I especially don't care about the owner's feelings. They're probably a crackhead anyway. I can see I'm wasting my time talking to you about this. Just find a better place. I'm afraid that's impossible. We'll be sticking with this place for this year's Christmas party. I really think you should go in and see it for yourself before judging it. If you don't want to do that, you'll be emceeing that night, so you'll see what I mean then. Just trust me on this. You won't regret it, I promise. Sir, I have to get things ready for tonight's Christmas party, so I'm heading over there now. I couldn't find you in the office to tell you I was leaving, that's why I'm texting you. Oh, did I forget to tell you? You're gonna have to cancel the reservation you made. Huh? I must have forgotten to give you that memo too. Sir, what do you mean you want me to cancel it? The party starts in a couple hours. What part of cancel don't you understand? Are you telling me you don't understand English anymore? I want you to cancel the reservation you made. That means tell them you're cancelling. You booked for 50 people, and none of them are coming. So cancel it. This is some kind of joke, right? You know I can't cancel a reservation for 50 people just a couple hours beforehand. I found a better place to have the party. It's really big, too. It'll hold way more than 50 people. That way people can sit with whoever and wherever they want. And because I found the place, we're gonna be having the party there. I've already booked it, and I've just sent out the address change to everyone via email. I must have forgotten to add you to the mailing list, though. What are you talking about? You've changed the location of tonight's party. Does Mr. Gomez know you did this? Of course he does. Well, I mean, I sent him the email just like everyone else, but I haven't heard back from him yet. He's gonna be happy. He wouldn't want to step foot in a filthy, run-down place like the one you chose. If Andre thought I had booked a crappy place like that for this party, I'd never be promoted again. I doubt you were ever going to get promoted again anyway. What did you just say to me? Do you enjoy bad-mouthing places you've never even been to or something? Or do you get off on screwing over other people by doing things like this to them? Does it make you think you're better than them or something? Do you have any idea who you're talking to right now? You better watch your mouth. I found us a good place, and I'm taking credit for it. I'm gonna be the one who saves this year's Christmas party. I think you enjoy trying to make other people look bad, whether it's their work or something like this. You've never even stepped foot in the place I booked or tried their food. Well, let me tell you, screwing over your subordinates like this doesn't make you a good manager. In fact, it just proves you're a terrible manager and a bad person. Ha! You're acting just like my little kid right now. You're throwing a temper tantrum because we're not going to the restaurant you wanted to go to. That's why you're getting mad at me, isn't it? Grow up. Stop acting like a baby. Ha! No matter how much you cry or pout, it's not changing anything. The Christmas party is being held at the new place. The place I chose. I've already notified everyone, including the higher-ups. There's no changing it now. I don't want to hear another word about this from you. Got it? Is that so? So get on the phone with that place you booked and tell them you're cancelling. Have fun telling them you're cancelling a reservation for 50 people. You might not mind drinking and eating in a place like that, but us managers and executives wouldn't be caught dead in a place like that. The managers and executives wouldn't be caught dead in a place like that, huh? That's funny, because the place I booked is owned by Mr. Gomez. You know, the owner of this company. What? I guess that's not exactly true. His wife runs the place. It's hers. Do you really want me to call her and cancel it? What should I say is the reason? Should I tell her what you told me earlier? That you, Mr. Lucian Carter of her husband's company, thinks her restaurant is a filthy, rat-infested hellhole? Or should I just tell her that you wouldn't be caught dead in a place like that? Which one? What the heck are you talking about? Just hold on a second here. You're not serious, are you? It looks like you don't know anything, do you? Mr. Gomez took me there himself. He told me he always wanted to open up a little bar of his own to make some extra money and to manage when he retires from here. And his wife loves cooking, and she's always wanted her own little restaurant. So they decided to put the two ideas together and open up a little bar and grill. That way his wife gets to do what she loves, and he gets to have a little place to help run when he retires. They just opened that location at the beginning of summer. Since Mr. Gomez is busy running our company, his wife handles almost everything over there now. But when he retires from here, it's going to be 50-50. It's an older building, so they got it for cheap. They figured if it didn't go well, they wouldn't be out much. And if it did well, they'd spend the extra money to fix up the outside. How could that be? How come I haven't heard anything about this before? You're joking, aren't you? Do you really think I'd joke about something like this and make up lies about our boss? It's 100% true. Ask Mr. Gomez yourself if you don't believe me. In fact, He was the one who suggested we have the Christmas party there. What? He suggested we have it there. He did. You were dragging your feet not getting anything done as far as the Christmas party was concerned, so he figured it would be great to have the party there. It made sense for both businesses. This can't be. Oh, and don't think for a second that nobody knows you completely forgot to book a place until the last minute. Everyone knows it was your job to do it, and you only assigned it to me because you forgot. You knew it was too close to Christmas to get a reservation, so you pinned the job on me thinking that no one would blame you if I failed. Isn't that right? No, not at all. Everyone knows. We're not stupid. You didn't want to take the blame for it, so you assigned it to me. You figured if I managed to pull it off, you could take credit for it, but if I screwed it up, you could pin it all on me. And to think, you're always on our case about making sure we own up to our mistakes and how we should never make excuses. Do as I say, not as I do. That should be your motto. Are you not ashamed of yourself? What are you talking about? This is all in your head. It's not like that at all. Well, I think I'm right, and it doesn't really matter one way or the other now. Because that's what Andre thinks now too. What? Andre? You mean Mr. Gomez? How would you know what he thinks? You're not even in the office right now. No, but I have his cell number, and I've been texting him about this. I told him everything you've been saying to me. He liked the part where you said if he thought you had booked a crappy place like that, you'd never get promoted again. When I told him that, he laughed and said, even if you had booked a nice place for the party, he was never planning on promoting you ever again anyway. He had his doubts about you, but even he didn't think you'd be stupid enough to double book his Christmas party and try to cancel the reservation at his wife's bar and grill. But he checked his email and verified that you sent out the new address for the party to everyone. It doesn't look like you're going to be able to take that back now, will you? He's already seen it. Andre's not too happy with you. Wait, I can take it back. I'll just send out another email saying that one was a mistake. No harm, no foul. Wait, but if I do that, what am I supposed to do about the place I booked for tonight? What do you mean? I booked a new place because I thought the one you booked was a dirty little place in the middle of nowhere. I didn't know it was run by Mr. Gomez's wife. And the place I booked charged extra for the short notice. They had to cancel reservations they had with smaller parties tonight in order to fit us in. This place alone put us over budget. Well, if that was the case, maybe you should have sat down and discussed this with me. I told you the place I booked was nice. You just wanted to take credit for saving the company Christmas party, didn't you? And I think you wanted to screw me over in the process. That's why you went ahead and booked a new place before cancelling the one that I had already booked. You knew no business in their right mind would let you reserve their entire establishment for the night without having a cancellation policy. You waited until the very last minute to tell me, because you wanted me to get screwed with the last-minute cancellation charges, didn't you? I wasn't thinking anything like that, no. Well, I don't believe you. I'm surprised you didn't try to cancel the place I booked yourself. It's my name they've got, so when they build the company, it'd come back on me. That is, it would have, if it wasn't Andre's place I had booked, and if he hadn't been the one who told me to book it there in the first place. Now you're just making things up. I wasn't trying to sabotage you. You can't prove any of that. And it doesn't matter now anyway, because one of these places has got to be cancelled, so our company is going to get billed twice no matter what. And which one do you think we should cancel? You backed yourself into a corner here, didn't you? If you cancel at Andre's wife's restaurant, he's gonna know it was you who cost his wife an entire night's income. Or you can cancel the one you booked and bill the company for 2 Christmas parties. But Andre is going to know about it and he's gonna hold you accountable. Or you can cancel the one you booked and foot the entire cancellation cost yourself and maybe keep your job in the process. Which option are you gonna choose? But the place I booked, if I cancel now, they're still going to charge me the full amount. For 50 people. Of course, because they've probably been turning away customers and telling everyone they're fully booked for tonight. What should I do? I can't pay all that myself. For 50 people! Well, who else is going to pay it? You can't charge the company, or Andre's going to be furious. Well, how much is left in the budget? Did the place you book use up the whole budget? It couldn't have. I can use whatever is left in the budget to help pay this cancellation cost. That way I won't have to eat the entire amount myself. That doesn't matter. Andre's going to know exactly how much his wife made. He's gonna wonder why the entire budget was used on the Christmas party if his wife only got a certain amount of it. If you took the rest of the money from the budget and paid the rest yourself, I think you'd get caught. Similarly, if you could charge the whole thing to the company, I'm pretty sure Andre would pay it for you, seeing as it was his employee's mistake. But then I think he'd immediately fire you for it. I don't know what to do, but I'll think of something. As for now, I'm gonna have everyone head over to the place you booked. I'm gonna notify everyone and tell them my previous email was a mistake. Don't tell Mr. Gomez anything he doesn't need to know. It's too late for that. I already told him. I thought I told you that. Oh, yeah. He knows everything. I've been keeping him up to date on this whole fiasco. He knows what's going on, and he thinks you're a total idiot. He said so himself. He thinks I'm an idiot. Why? First, for forgetting to book the party in the first place. And second, for trying to pin it on someone else. And third, for screwing up again and double booking. He said he's not surprised. He told me he has suspected you of doing things like that at work before. And when he asked me what I really thought of you, I told him I thought you were an idiot too. You said that to him. Come on, I'm begging you. You got to help me. Get me out of this somehow. Let's come up with an excuse. If you can help me get out of this, I'll give you a raise. Wait a minute. What's going on here? There's an email in my inbox saying that the email I sent earlier was a mistake, and the party is at the original address as stated before. But I didn't send this correction email. Hold on, it's from Mr. Gomez. It says it was sent from his cell phone. Yeah, he sent out the correction email so people would go to the right place. Oh my god. Ethan, we've got to come up with an excuse to get me out of this. It's far too late for that. How do you figure that? Don't worry about it. This screw-up of yours isn't gonna be what gets you fired. The straw that broke the camel's back, maybe, but not the whole reason. Andre said he's been thinking about letting you go for a while now. Lucien, it's me. I think you should pay the cancellation fee at that other place yourself. And get your butt over here ASAP and MC like you're supposed to. Learn from your mistakes and make sure you never do anything this stupid ever again. Otherwise, you're gonna be fired. And I'd hate to do that to you during the holiday season. Who do you think you are talking down to me like that? I've had enough of your attitude. And who are you to threaten my job? Maybe I'll have you fired instead. Oh, those last 3 messages weren't from me. They were from Andre. He used my phone. He's here with me now helping me set up. Have fun emceeing tonight. We're looking forward to it. Don't screw that up too. After that, Lucien cancelled the reservation he had made himself at the other venue. He had to pay the cancellation fee himself, which was the entire cost for 50 people for the evening. Because of everything that happened, Lucien was too nervous to be the MC that night, and he backed out of doing it, which made Andre even more upset with him. He asked me to take Lucien's place as MC, and the evening was a great success. In fact, Andre was so impressed with how well I did that he started keeping a special eye on me at work too. He saw how well I was performing, and he knew I was reliable with other tasks as well. So, after the holidays, Andre messaged me again. He didn't go into details, but he told me that a management position was going to be opening up in the near future, and he said he thinks I'd be the perfect fit for that position. Though Andre didn't mention exactly which position was opening up, I think we all know exactly what he meant.
Hey, Mark and I got back from the hospital not too long ago. We got takeout for a late lunch if you haven't eaten already. Did you go out? I'll just leave the food in the fridge if you're out somewhere. I'm here at the slots. I've got a feeling I'm gonna win big today. I can feel it in my bones. Again? I told you to cut back a little since we need to pay for Mark's medical expenses. We had the doctor examine him. He felt a bit feverish. The doctor ran some more tests today. Turns out it's not just a usual fever. We finally know why his health's been on the decline for the past few months. I'll only be here for a few hours. Oh, that doesn't seem like any fun. Sounds very expensive, too. I'm worried. It looks like his condition is getting worse. The doctor said he probably doesn't have much time left. He told us to gather the family and inform everyone to prepare for the worst.
Oh my. Is that really what he said?
We knew this day would come eventually, but it's still so difficult. Are you doing okay? Let me know if you need anything.
Heck yeah! This just made my day. I really hit the jackpot. Oh, I just knew today would be my lucky day.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You said it won't be long. I can finally get rid of that pest. Woohoo!
Don't you feel sad at all? This is your husband we're talking about.
If I were down in the dumps, I wouldn't still be here celebrating at the slots.
Oh. Don't you want to come home yet? So, don't you even care about his well-being at all? You don't want to come home and check on him? I'm sure he'd appreciate it if you came and showed that you cared a little. I can pick you up if you want.
Bah, he'll still be there when I get back. Let me have my fun. Taking care of that old fart is just a chore. He's so stinky, and it's so frickin' tiring. I need a break.
You don't even... Never mind. I guess it doesn't really matter since I'm the one taking care of him. If we left him to you, he'd get all bruised up, just like a banana. And you're too harsh with your words. Poor Mark. His suffering would never end.
What are you trying to say, huh? Want to say it straight to my face?
We can't entrust his care to you. You have no empathy and you won't take care of him properly. Does it make you feel good, knowing that he can't even lift a finger to fight back against you? Is that why you do whatever you want to him? I know you would neglect him. Do you think we would even want to leave him with you?
What? Are you trying to lecture me now? Don't make me laugh. You think you're better than me just 'cause you watch over that big baby? You are way in over your head. I only leave it to you 'cause it's the kind of chore a piece of trash like you should do. I shouldn't bother.
You would think that spouses would support each other until the very end. And yet here you are, gambling day in and day out. I feel bad for Mark.
I'm the one you should feel sorry for. I wanted him to work more and make even more money. And now look at him. To think he spends most of his time sick in bed. He's done nothing lately to bring home any money for me. Ugh, it's too soon. We barely have any savings.
Even if he did work his butt off, what would even be the point? Where does all the money go? To the medical bills? To the house? No. You take our money and go to the slots and horse races every single day. Any money he'd make would be gone the next day. Poof! You even leech off of Mark's 401k, don't you?
It must be nice to be a wrinkly old prune. All that free money. Butt out. I'll spend my money on whatever I want.
Will you ever stop going to the slots? You've had this problem for years and years. If you only just quit, we'd be a lot better off.
Hey, no one asked for your opinion. Do you ever shut your damn mouth? Do you think you're my mom or something?
Of course not. I'm your daughter-in-law.
Then stop sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. I'm your mother-in-law. Show some damn respect, you brat.
I'm only saying this because I'm thinking about Mark. He's at the end of his life. Can't you be a bit more caring? He's too meek to say anything, but I know he's deeply hurt by how you've been treating him.
Ain't nothing going on in that potato brain of his. You would think he's mute. He doesn't say anything when I talk to him. Looks like he's already catatonic. He doesn't do anything except lay there all day. It'd be a waste to spend money on him when he's gonna die soon anyways.
Isn't it a waste to go to the slots? You barely win anything. You just keep losing more and more money.
What did I say about butting in, huh? I'll live my life how I want to. I don't have to listen to your whiny bullcrap. You say you're thinking about Mark and stuff, but you're just looking for some extra cash once he's kicked the bucket, aren't ya?
You're wrong.
Am I?
Acting like a goody two-shoes. What a hussy you turned out to be. To think, my son married a gold digger. Stop trying to turn this around on me. Alice, we all know you only stuck around for the cash, not for this family. You want Mark's money for yourself. You don't even love him at all, do you? Do you only see him as a cash cow? For Mark's sake, why don't you just leave him alone? He doesn't deserve any of this. Shut up! You've crossed the line now. Pack your bags and get the hell out of my house. You're not getting even a penny from that old coot. Alice, where are you? Are you here yet? I'm pretty sure I told you that the memorial service is at 12:30. We'll be starting soon. Please come quickly. We're just waiting on you. I just got back to the house. What do you want? Feel free to get started without me. Why are you at the house? Did you forget something? Be quick. Nah, I'm changing out of these stuffy clothes. Oh, I just hate wearing these tights. I was bored out of my mind, so I'm heading to the slots. Time to celebrate! As you can see, something came up, so I can't make it to the funeral anymore. See ya! Are you serious? Today is Mark's funeral, and you'd rather go to the slots? I can't believe this. I thought that for once you'd skip out on going. I'm sure I won't miss much. You'll be fine without little old me, right? Derek can just be the family rep. He's such a good son. I'm sure he's got it all handled. That's not the issue here. Isn't it improper for a wife not to be at her husband's funeral? Please come quickly. I can swing by and pick you up so it's faster. No, don't waste your time. I found something more interesting than some boring funeral. What do you mean you found something more interesting? What could be a better use of your time than attending the funeral service? Mark's last will and testament. His will? Where was it? In a desk drawer in his study. So uncreative. It took me less than a minute to find it. Why did you go in there? No one's been in there since Mark passed away. We haven't even cleaned it up yet. Are you rummaging around for cash because you don't have any money left? You're that desperate to go through his things? Don't tell me you lost it all at the slots yesterday. I told you we're tight on money right now. We still have Mark's hospital bills, the funeral costs. How could you? Nah, who cares about that? I'm set for life. Woohoo! I think you should be more worried about what's written in the will. There's something very delightful written here. Well, it's good news for me and bad news for you. You should have waited until the whole family was there before you started reading it. Why? What does it say? Here's what it says.
You don't have to deal with that damned woman anymore.
Isn't this great? Damned woman? I don't get it. Why is that written in there? It's talking about you, of course. Me? No, it can't be. And just like it says right here, I'm gonna kick you out. Good riddance. Oh, I'm so happy to finally get rid of such an insolent brat. All you do is nag my poor ears off. I can kick back and relax. Finally, I can get some peace and quiet. Kick me out? Are you sure you're reading it correctly? But I'm married to your son. He wouldn't do that to us. And I can't just leave all by myself without him. I can read just fine. Then you and Derek can leave together. How sweet. Either way, once you're gone, I'll have this place all to myself. You two noisy brats can see yourselves out. Please, wait a moment. Is that really Mark's dying wish? I don't believe it. Hey, are you doubting me? After all we did to support him when he needed us the most? Was it really his wish to drive us out of the house? You'd be all alone there. Still in denial. That's really what's written here. And this is for sure his handwriting. I would know, since he's my husband. You poor thing. You worked so hard to take care of that geezer, and this is the thanks you get. After that boring funeral's over, get all your crap here, then get the hell out. No, wait. Something's off here. Mark would never… I know he wouldn't do this to us. If you don't want to leave, I'll kick you out myself. Since I'm here now, I can help out a bit. I'll toss out all of your crap to the yard so it'll be ready to go for ya. No, I won't believe it until I see his will for myself. I believe in Mark. He would never do something like this. I wouldn't hold my breath if I were you. You think you're someone important? My husband never bothered thinking of you. You thought you could get your grubby little hands on his money just by acting all buddy-buddy with him. But things didn't go as planned, huh? How pitiful, you gold-digging leech. Who are you calling a leech? Aren't you the one that's after the money? The ones that were close to Mark were only me and Derek. You were never around to support him. You spent more time at the slots than with your own husband. But at the end of the day, don't you know that ultimately the most important person to him is his beloved wife? I will admit, he's been a pretty useless husband up until now. But now that he's dead, he's finally being useful for a change. I knew I didn't marry him for nothing. Ah, you poor thing. You tried so hard only to get tossed out like garbage. Is that boring service done with already? I've got your bags all lined up and ready to go. Hurry up and pick up your crap. It's an eyesore out here. Go on. Leave, you damned woman. It's what my husband wanted. And don't you dare even think about coming back. Sorry to rain on your parade, but I've got some bad news for you. But I'm not the one he's talking about. What are you talking about? You've got the wrong idea. In fact, the damned woman he's talking about in here is you, not me. You are the one he wants to kick out. Huh? I told you I can read perfectly fine. What kind of nonsense are you spouting this time? You're the damned woman. From Mark's perspective, shouldn't it be you? I can't think of anyone else it could possibly be, given how badly you've treated him. It can't possibly be me, since we were so close and he was so kind to me. Moreover, the will that you have now isn't even the official one. What the hell are you saying? I don't know what kind of crap you're spouting, but this document is the real deal. Go ahead, take a closer look. There isn't even an official seal or signature at the bottom, is there? No, there isn't, but I'm sure it's here somewhere. Let me check. It's probably just a letter addressed to us. Looks like someone jumped the gun a bit there. A lawyer handed us the legal and effective version of the will just a moment ago. It's signed, sealed, and everything. A lawyer gave you what? And what kind of will would have words like damned woman in it anyways? Expressions like that aren't even allowed in official documents like this. Although I do have some good news for you. Your name is written in here. Why the hell wouldn't it be? It probably says I'm the one inheriting all of his assets, doesn't it? I hate to break it to you, but no, you're not. It says that all of his assets will be inherited by Derek. In other words, my beloved husband. What? Why? I'm his spouse. At the very least, half of his assets should go to me. Nope, you're mistaken. Well then, why the hell is my name written in there? The part in here that talks about you is about your removal as the beneficiary. You lying wench. That can't be. There's a request written in his will to remove you as the beneficiary. Once you're removed, you won't be able to inherit any of Mark's assets. Why the hell can't I, huh? As his wife, isn't it my natural right? The one exception to that is if the beneficiary is deemed unfit to inherit any property or assets, and then will be stripped of their rights. Stripped of their rights? What kind of bullcrap system is this? Who the hell made up these rules? If the beneficiary committed a serious offense or shows negligence, one of the qualifications here is if there were cases of considerable misconduct where the beneficiary was reckless with their assets. You seem to fit the bill perfectly. You're not taking anything away from me, you psychotic bitch. Over my dead body. I won't let you pull this crap on me. With the lawyer carrying out the will, we'll be taking this to family court from now on. See you there, I suppose. And since we also have evidence of your cruel treatment toward Mark, I think our claim has an even higher chance of being accepted. What do you think? Evidence? What are you talking about? What evidence? Mark really covered all of his bases. He secretly hid a camera and mic in his room. How sneaky. I saw it all. You picked on him every day, didn't you? You belittled him with your words, beat him, kicked him. God knows what else happened off the record. I lost my right as beneficiary because of those insignificant little things. That was child's play. Nothing more than some light teasing. Stop trying to minimize it. It wasn't insignificant. It had a serious impact on his well-being. He was all bruised up. He even suffered from depression, all because of you. We even have a medical certificate to validate everything. The only thing I had to look forward to in life was to get his damn assets. Ugh, what the hell am I supposed to do now? If that's the case, you should have treated him better. It must be karma. When Derek inherits Mark's assets, even the house will be under his name. Sorry, but it looks like you're going to have to leave. You plan to drive me out? Me, a poor old widow? The two of you are heartless monsters. How could you do this to me? I mean, it does say here in the will, you don't have to deal with your mother-in-law anymore. I'm just going along with what's written here. As expected from Mark. He has always been there for us. Just like we had been for him. Even in his final moments, he's still looking out for me and Derek. Oh, and what did Derek say, huh? He wouldn't dare toss me out like that. I'm his mother. Isn't it up to him to decide what to do, and not you? You know, since he's the beneficiary now. Who do you think you are? As a matter of fact, he's thinking of kicking you out too. Mark and Derek shared the same sentiments, so there's no problem at all. They both agreed that your addiction was spiraling out of control. You needed to be stopped somehow. The audacity of that insolent boy! What about me then? What if I have a problem? Too bad. We don't have any problems over here. Even if we wanted to help you, we can't do anything about you leaving. I won't allow this to happen. I'm gonna reduce that frickin' will to ashes. Ashes! And when I do, you're gonna regret you ever tried kicking me to the curb. Hand it over, you punk. That's probably not a good idea. You'll get arrested if you do something like that. Well, I mean, I guess it would be a lot quieter around here if they threw you in prison. I'm heading back to the funeral home right now. You'd better be waiting outside when I get there, or else. This is a load of bullcrap. Open these damned doors right now. Why the hell can't I get inside? I'm the wife. How improper. Why do I have to be chased out of there? All of the family members present here don't want you to come inside. Since you're the type of person to skip out on a funeral to go to the slots, we figured you'd be fine out there. I came back right away, didn't I? The only people that can say their last farewells to Mark are the ones that were closest to him. Just stay outside, Alice. Which conniving little rat is the lawyer? I've got some business with him. Let me speak to him. What are you hoping to achieve? No matter what you say, nothing will change. I won't be satisfied until I give that puny lawyer a piece of my mind. My head's about to explode because of this bullcrap will. Let me at him. The lawyer said he's an acquaintance of Mark's. He's pretty angry at you, knowing what you've done to him. You probably shouldn't get into a fight with him. Or anybody. But especially a frickin' lawyer. It's so scary. I wouldn't want to make him angry if I were you. especially since he knows the law like the back of his hand. He could probably lock you up forever. I don't have even a cent on me. Not even a single coin. That's my only issue here. I swear. My checkings, my savings, they're both all dried up. That's because all you do is go to the slots or the horse races. There's no mystery as to why you literally have nothing left. I don't think I can keep on living if you kick me out like this. Please, don't cut me off like this. That's all I ask. Okay, I get it. But what Mark wanted was probably your complete and utter destruction. You really had this coming for you, huh? I'm sure you'll get your just desserts. Oh, well, wait. What about the insurance money? Mark received a large sum of insurance money, but the beneficiary should have been me. That money's all mine, right? Woohoo! Jackpot! Phew! That was a close one. For a second there, I thought I was a goner. Actually, I have some more bad news for you. Are you freaking kidding me? What is it this time? It looks like Mark also changed the beneficiary for the insurance money from you to my husband. You won't receive even a single penny. Ugh! That crusty old geezer! He really pulled out all the stops to plan all this. I wonder just how far that bastard went. Does he really hate me that much? I barely did anything to him. You hurt him deeply, physically and emotionally. You're only getting what you deserve and nothing less. He's giving you a taste of your own medicine, even though he was a bit meek. He really was a man of action rather than words. Action, my butt! I knew I couldn't trust that conniving old fossil. He put in all this effort just to get his revenge on me. What a petty, senile old man. If you just think about it a little, you'd understand. He did it because you'd keep the house for yourself and leave us to fend for ourselves. How twisted. I guess it's impossible for even Mark to love you. So then, was all of this your big plan to get rid of me? Huh? Or was Mark the mastermind all along? No matter what I say, you're just going to believe whatever you want to believe. That won't stop me from kicking you out, though. I hope you already started packing your bags. It seems like the house will be more spacious. Oh, it'll be nice and cozy. Maybe I'll rearrange the furniture. No way. You're crazy if you think I'm ever gonna leave. If that's the case, let's start with tossing your personal belongings outside. Isn't that what you planned on doing to me? You're bluffing. You stupid bitch. How many times do I have to tell you? Don't get it twisted. You're the damned woman, so get the hell out of my house. After that, Alice's removal as a beneficiary proceeded without a hitch. She was stripped of her rights as a beneficiary, and then we kicked her out of the house, just like Mark would have wanted. After we kicked her out, my husband burned some sage to cleanse the house. Hopefully that'll get rid of all the negative energy she left behind. Since it was his mom, Derek said he still felt pretty uncomfortable about the whole situation with Alice. I'm sure it's difficult having to see your own mom self-destruct like that. When I think about Mark's final years, I understand his feelings a bit better. It was probably a sad and lonely existence, living with someone like Alice, who was a slave to her addiction to slots. No matter how hard he must have tried to help her, it's difficult to save someone who doesn't want to be saved. It's hard to feel compassion for someone like her. You know what they say, you reap what you sow. The other day, I held Mark's picture in my hands and told him that his wish finally came true. When I did that, the rain started pouring down in response. When he saw what had happened, Derek said that his dad is probably crying up in heaven. I guess we'll never know whether they were tears of sadness or tears of relief. He suffered so much while he was alive. I hope that at the very least, he can rest in peace now.
Hi, Nicole. How are you doing? Hi, Scarlett. I haven't talked to you in a while. What's up? You don't usually message me. I know. Sorry about that. The truth is, I've got something I need to talk with you about. Do you have time to talk now? Yeah, of course. It's my day off today. I'm just relaxing at home. That's good. So the thing is, I wanted to talk to you about our wedding. Oh yeah? Sure. Don't tell me my brother's being difficult with you about the decisions, is he? Wait, knowing Brad, he's probably not helping at all, right? Is that the problem? Because if it is, I'll give him a good talking to about it for you, believe me. No, he's not giving me any trouble with it. In fact, he's pretty enthusiastic about it, and he's been helping me out a lot. He wants our wedding to be exactly how I always pictured my wedding to be. I'm really surprised. I assumed the groom wouldn't care that much about it and just leave it all up to the bride. But he's being really sweet about everything. That's great to hear. I'm glad. So what's the issue? About that? Like I said, I want the wedding to be exactly as I always dreamed it would be. I want it to be the most beautiful thing ever. But in order to make that happen, I need more than just Brad's help. Which leads me to why I messaged you today. I see, no problem. Is there something you'd like me to help out with? I'll do anything I can. That's great! If you're willing to do anything you can, that's gonna make this much easier for both of us. If it's something I can help you with, you can count on me. What would you like me to do? Well, it's not really anything you need to do, per se. In fact, I don't want you to do anything at all. Huh? What do you mean? I wasn't really helping with the wedding in the first place. It's not that. What I'd really like is for you to not come to our wedding at all. What? A wedding is one of the most important things in a woman's life, right? That's why I want mine to be perfect. I want to have the perfect wedding that I've always dreamed of. Okay, I understand that feeling. But what does that have to do with me not going to the wedding? How would me going to your wedding make it not like you always dreamed of? This is a little hard for me to say. I don't know exactly how to put this, but let's just say I've always dreamed of having a beautiful wedding. I mean, everything, every last detail has to be perfect and beautiful, so someone who isn't beautiful just wouldn't fit in at my wedding. Huh? To put it a little more bluntly, I don't want an ugly person at my wedding. Everything about it is supposed to be beautiful, not just the dresses and decorations, but the people attending too. People who can't fit in with that kind of environment aren't welcome there. I guess maybe when compared to you, some people might think I was ugly. But this is the first time anyone has ever come out and said that to my face. That's because you don't go out much, and the people you hang around with are too nice to tell you the truth. But whether they say it to your face or not isn't the point. I guarantee they're all thinking it. I don't mean to be rude, but looking at the majority of women in society, you're ugly. Wow, I'm kind of taken aback. I don't know why you seem surprised. You don't even wear makeup. I've never once seen you wear makeup, no matter where Brad and I have run into you. You don't even try to act like a proper woman. You don't try to make yourself look presentable, so don't be offended when I call you ugly. Huh? Honestly, I found it hard just being around you. I think a woman who's any kind of woman at all should at least make herself look presentable. But you don't do anything like that. People like you disgust me. I love Brad, but I'm actually dreading the fact that marrying him will make me related to you. Are you serious? I know you and him are twins, but you don't look anything alike. In fact, you're nothing alike. Brad's gorgeous and popular, and you, well, you're just ugly. Well, we're fraternal twins. We came from 2 different eggs, that's why we don't look alike. Identical twins would look alike, but we're not identical twins. I don't care about what kind of twins you are. Enough with the science lesson. What does that have to do with what I'm saying anyway? What I'm trying to say is you don't look anything like your brother. That's why I don't want you at my wedding. You don't care what you look like. You don't even put on makeup when you go to work. I don't think makeup is the be-all and end-all solution for everything. I mean, if I were cute like you, it might be fun to put on makeup and go out. But I'm fine without it. I can't believe someone as ugly as you can say they're fine without makeup. I can't understand that. I just can't. It doesn't look like this conversation is going anywhere. Just don't come to my wedding. Wait, hold on. But I'm the groom's sister. Wouldn't it look strange if I didn't show up at the wedding? This is my wedding, and I want it to be perfect. That means I don't want an ugly, makeupless face like yours anywhere near it. Look, I admit I don't wear makeup. But is that any reason to forbid me from coming to my own brother's wedding? You're just being a tyrant. The reason I don't want you at the wedding isn't the no makeup part, it's the ugly part. The no makeup just compounds your issue. And you just got through saying if there was something you could help me with, you'd do anything you could, didn't you? Are you gonna go back on your word now? Were you lying to me? No, but you are ugly, but I know you're not a liar, so I'm holding you to your word. When the wedding's over, we'll be sure to show you the wedding photos after we get them developed. You'll just have to be satisfied with that. Oh, and by the way, let's keep this between us girls, okay? Goodbye.
Hey, Nicole. I just talked to Mom. She said you can't make it to my wedding, is that true? Yeah, I'm sorry. My company's making me work that day. I can't get out of it. I asked them if someone could fill in for me, but they said there's no one else. That's terrible. You told them it's your brother's wedding, right? And they're still forcing you to work? You told them we're twins, right? Scarlett has a beautiful dress picked out. I really wanted you to see her in it too. Now I'm gonna be wearing a tux. How often do you get to see your brother in a tux? I'm really sorry, Brad. I did everything I could to get the day off, but they just won't give it to me. Doesn't look like there's any way I'll be able to make it to your wedding. I guess if you've got to work, then you've got to work. There's nothing we can do about it. But if you think you can make it even a little bit, don't hesitate to come. If you have to show up halfway through, that's fine too. I'll make sure there's a seat left open for you. You don't have to do that. I really don't think I'll be able to make it at all. Don't say that. I want you to try your best to come. You didn't forget the promise we made to each other when we were kids, did you? No, I didn't forget. Then I'll make sure there's a seat saved for you just in case. Even if you just show up for 5 minutes, I'll be happy. I know. But if it turns out I can't make it at all, I don't want you to be upset with me, okay? Okay. I'm looking forward to the wedding. I really hope you can find a way to make it. It wouldn't be the same without you.
Nicole, thanks for canceling today. I trust you won't go back on your word, right? Thanks to your help, I think my wedding should be exactly as I always dreamed it would be. Hi, Scarlett. I wanted to talk to you about that. Would it be okay if I just showed up and stood at the back just for like 5 minutes or so? What? Just for a little bit. I won't sit down at the front or anything. I'll just stick my hat in. You won't even see me. Or what about the reception instead? Is it okay if I show up to that? Even just halfway through.
Your wedding will be over, it'll be dark, and most people will be drunk by then anyway. It's my brother's wedding day after all. I really just want to celebrate with him and my family, even if it's just for a short time. I just want to see my brother all dressed up and smiling on his wedding day.
I told you that's not possible. When I said I wanted my wedding to be exactly as I dreamed, I meant my whole wedding day. That includes the reception. I thought we settled this last month. Why are you bringing this all up again today of all days?
But I went to a beauty salon and had a professional do my makeup. I'm wearing makeup today. I know I still don't look as good as you, but it was professionally done, so I should look at least average now, right? Isn't that good enough?
No, professional is good enough to make you look presentable. Makeup can cover some small things, but it isn't a replacement for the plastic surgery you'd need to look good. I don't want you at my wedding. I don't care how much better you think you look now.
Please, Scarlett, I'm begging you, just for 5 minutes. I'll come in and stand at the back when they start the vows. Nobody will even see me. They'll all be watching the bride and groom. The thing is, I made a promise to my brother when we were kids.
A promise?
Yeah. We promised each other that when we got older and got married, we'd each go to each other's wedding no matter what. We promised, and it means a lot to me. I don't want to break that promise.
It's a pretty strange promise to make. And besides, Brad never mentioned anything like that to me.
Why can't I just go for 5 minutes? The thing is, I'm here already. I'm waiting in the parking lot.
You're what? You're kidding, aren't you? You're not really here, are you?
I'm not kidding. I really am here. I wasn't really working today. That's just what I told everyone. Let me just go in for 5 minutes. Not even that long. How about I just get one picture with me and my brother? I'll leave right after that.
No way. I want this whole day to be perfect. I don't want you here at all. Go home.
But Scarlett,
you just don't get it, do you? I don't want you anywhere near here. You're ugly, and I don't want any of my friends or family seeing you. If they see you anywhere around here, they're gonna ask me who that ugly woman is. And I don't ever want to have to explain that that ugly person is my new sister-in-law. Do you know how embarrassing that would be for me? It's bad enough that it's true, but if nobody knows, at least I won't have to be so embarrassed about it.
Scarlett, please.
Just go home right now before anyone sees you. This is a beautiful place for my beautiful wedding. You don't belong here. Your ugliness will ruin everything. Why don't you understand that? Have you never looked at yourself in the mirror before? Or is the reason you don't know how ugly you are because the mirrors always shatter the instant you look at them?
Fine, I get it. You didn't have to say all that. I'll go.
Finally, and make sure nobody sees you. You should have listened to me in the first place and never shown up here at all. I told you I don't want ugly people at my wedding.
You better apologize to her right now.
Huh?
I don't mean in a text either. I mean, get out here and apologize to her right now. I don't care what you're doing right now. Get out here.
What? What the heck are you talking about? Is this a joke? Do you think you have any right to talk to me that way, you ugly little troll?
Nicole doesn't have any right to speak to you like that, huh? And what makes you think you can talk to her the way you are? And if she doesn't have the right to talk to you like that, I sure as hell do. Do you think I'm gonna marry you when you treat my sister like that?
Huh? Your sister? Brad, is that you?
I can't believe you would send these kinds of messages to my sister. I'm reading over her entire chat history with you right now. And the more I read, the angrier I'm getting.
Huh, Brad, but Why? Why do you have Nicole's phone right now? Are you there with her or something?
Of course I'm with her. Why else would I have her phone in my hands right now?
But why are you with her? You should be in here getting ready for the wedding. Aren't you in here with the rest of the groomsmen?
I told some of the staff to be on the lookout for my sister in case she came. I told them what she looked like and what kind of car she drove. I told them if they saw her to tell me immediately or to let her in if the wedding had already started. They saw her car pull into the parking lot outside and immediately notified me.
What?
I was praying she'd be able to get some time off work so she could come for a little bit. I had no idea if she would come or what time it would be if she did. That's why I had the staff keep an eye out for her.
Really? You did all that?
They notified me and also mentioned that she wasn't getting out of her car. I thought that was strange, so I left to go see what's going on. And then when I came out, I saw her sitting in her car staring at her phone crying.
Oh no.
She was reluctant to tell me what was wrong, but when she also refused to come into the building, I knew something was up. That's when I saw a message from you pop up on her phone and I took her phone from her. But I had no idea I was about to read what I just read.
Brad, it's not what you think. I did this for us. I just wanted our wedding to be as perfect as it could be.
What exactly is perfect about this? You try to keep my own sister away from my wedding? But worse than that, the reason you didn't want her here is because you think she's ugly? What the hell is wrong with you? You're a horrible person.
Brad, please, this is my day too, even more than yours. A wedding is always about the bride, not the groom. I spent all morning getting my hair and makeup done, and I have the most beautiful wedding dress ever. The bride has to look perfect, and this day has to be perfect. Everything has to be beautiful and perfect. Why am I the bad guy for not wanting your sister here? Have you not seen her face?
Did you just say that to me? I can't believe you're serious right now.
Of course, I'm serious. What's wrong with what I said? You want your wedding to be beautiful too, don't you? I know you think I'm beautiful. You've told me so many times, haven't you? If you think I'm beautiful, then there's no way you could possibly think your sister is.
How dare you?
This wedding has to be beautiful. Everything about it has to be beautiful. That means it's just not a place for your sister. She doesn't fit in at all. If she's here, she'll ruin everything. The whole place will be stained. Our memories, our photos, she'll ruin everything if she's here. I'm not wrong. You know I'm right. And don't even get me started on how I'd feel when my friends and family saw her. I don't want her at my wedding. If you really loved me, you'd understand and support my decision.
Oh, is that so? Well, maybe I shouldn't be at the wedding either.
What?
I'm not wearing any makeup, and I didn't get my hair done at some fancy salon. You must think I'm too ugly to be here too.
What are you talking about? You're a guy. Guys don't wear makeup. I'm not referring to the fact that she doesn't wear makeup. I'm referring to her face in general. Have you not seen it?
So this is all about her face, huh? If you're referring to what I think you're referring to, well, I shouldn't be here either. I guess I'll have to cancel today too, because it's my fault her face looks like that.
What? What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense to me.
You want to know what's wrong with my sister's face? Her face was burnt when we were kids. Her face was burned really bad. She had to get skin grafts and plastic surgery countless times.
She did?
And you want to know what? It was my fault. Way back in second grade, our parents left us alone in the house just for a few hours. But it was before dinner and I was really hungry. I kept complaining about how hungry I was, and my sister, being so sweet, declared that since she was the eldest, she'd try making me something to eat. She's only older than me by a few minutes, but she still felt like it was her duty to make her little brother feel better. She was gonna make some macaroni and cheese for me, and she got the water boiling. But we were young and I was full of energy. I was running around the kitchen just screwing around like little kids do, and I knocked the handle of the pot. The boiling water went right on her face.
Brad, I didn't know.
And since my parents weren't home, we couldn't take her to the hospital right away. It might not have been so bad if she could have gotten help faster. Over the years, she's had so many skin grafts and plastic surgeries. She tried so hard to look like girls like you tell her she should. And it's because of the burn that she can't put makeup on. Makeup irritates her skin. But she told me she'd put it on today just so she could be here, despite how uncomfortable it makes her and how her skin is going to react to it come tomorrow. Even the makeup for the most sensitive skin isn't designed for what her skin has been through. Do you have any idea how painful it's going to be for her to get this off, and how irritated her skin is going to be by the time she gets home? This is exactly why you never see her wear makeup. But she did it today just to make you happy, and you still refuse to let her in?
But
All of this because you didn't think she was pretty enough to be at her wedding. You don't want her at her wedding, and the reason is all my fault. So, I guess you won't see me at the wedding either. I'm taking Nicole home.
Wait, what? Brad, you can't. The wedding is supposed to start right now. The wedding party is waiting on you. We're all waiting on you.
Are you stupid or something? The wedding is off. I'm not marrying you.
What?
Because of Nicole's burn, she thinks she'll never be able to get married herself. Do you know how many times she's broken down crying thinking about that since she was a kid? That's why we made that promise to each other. I told her she'd find someone to marry. I promised her I'd go to her wedding and celebrate it with her, but only if she promised to come to mine too.
Brad!
All Nicole wanted to do was fulfill a promise she made to me years ago. She did all this makeup and work just for you, just so you'd let her go to her own brother's wedding? She shouldn't have to do anything special to come to my wedding. And you had no right to forbid her from coming. How dare you do that? And how dare you make that kind of decision behind my back? I'll never forgive you for this.
But Brad, it's...
The wedding is off. I'm taking Nicole home. After that, I'm gonna come back and have a nice face-to-face chat with you.
What am I supposed to tell the guests? They're all waiting on you, wondering what's going on.
Tell them whatever you want. But they're gonna know the truth once I get back there. You can count on it.
What? You want me to tell them the wedding is off?
I'm not talking to you anymore right now. Goodbye.
Hi, Nicole. I had no idea, I swear. This is the first I've ever heard of the accident. You gotta believe me. I'm not surprised you didn't know. I asked my family not to tell anybody about my burns because I wanted to put it all behind me. It happened years ago, and the cosmetic surgeries have helped a lot. So, you understand that I really didn't do anything wrong, right? Had I known, I wouldn't have said anything. So please, you've got to help me. You've got to stop Brad.
Huh?
After he took you home yesterday, he came back to the wedding venue. I apologized as much as I could, but he wouldn't forgive me. I thought Brad wanted to postpone the wedding, but he said he wants to cancel it completely. Even worse, he wants to break up with me. He said he never wants to see me again. He told me about as much last night. So please, you gotta do something. You've gotta persuade him not to break up with me. Him breaking up with me and basically leaving me at the altar yesterday, that's more embarrassing than getting divorced. And Brad is so handsome and popular, I don't want to lose him. Do you know how long it took me to win him over? Sorry, Scarlett, but it's not my place to butt in and say anything to him. Only he can decide if he wants to forgive you or not. But you're his precious sister. I saw yesterday how much he values you. I know he'll listen to you. If he wants to end it with you, it's not my place to stop him from doing that. So, sorry. Asking me to help you isn't going to change anything. What? Don't give me that crap! Huh? I saw how much he cares about you. He'll listen to you if you tell him. Just tell him you forgive me because I didn't know about the accident and then ask him to forgive me too. That's all I want you to do.
Who said I forgive you?
That's not the point, and I don't care if you forgive me or not. Just tell him not to break up with me. Tell him that you admit that I may have taken it a little too far, but ask him to reschedule the wedding. Why are you being so damn stubborn? I'll let you come to the wedding when he reschedules it. I'll get to marry Brad, and you can come to fulfill that stupid promise you made to him. What more do you want from me? I don't like how you're getting mad at me. I should be the one mad at you, shouldn't I? I know you don't care how you look in the public eye, but a beautiful woman like me... Women like me aren't supposed to be left at the altar. So just persuade your brother to marry me, and we can put all this crap behind us. I'm basically family. I was like 30 minutes away from being your sister-in-law yesterday, so why won't you do this for me? Stop being so selfish and do this for me. I told you I didn't know about your damn burns. Stop holding this against me, you ugly witch.
Looks like I definitely made the right decision yesterday. You really are a horrible person, aren't you?
Huh? No.
I'm here with my sister. We're all trying to get over what happened yesterday. You're rotten to the core, aren't you? I thought I made it quite clear yesterday that I never wanted you calling Nicole ugly ever again.
Brad, is it you again? Why do you have Nicole's phone again?
I just told you because I'm here with her and you're sending her these horrible messages. And you know what? I'm introducing her to one of my friends right now.
Huh? What do you mean?
Yeah, one of my friends happened to see me with her in the car yesterday and he wanted to meet her. Unfortunately, I took Nicole home yesterday, so we never got the chance to talk to her. That's why we all decided to get together today.
Are you serious? You're trying to set up your sister while your own relationship is falling apart?
Yes, I thought at least something good could come out of all this. Nicole is very self-conscious about her scars, so she doesn't go out much. That's why she doesn't have a boyfriend right now. But my friend said she looked really good yesterday and wanted to meet her. When I told him she was single, he insisted that I introduce her to him right away. I figured hanging out with my friend and my sister would help me unwind from yesterday. That's why all three of us are having coffee right now. We were having fun until you decided to message Nicole and ruin it for us all.
Well...
Don't bother pestering my sister with your stupid demands. It's not gonna work. Not even she could change my mind about you now. I'm never marrying you. I don't want to see your ugly face ever again.
Brad, please, you can't mean that. I don't want to lose you. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. I love you. You're always telling me how beautiful I am. I need you.
It doesn't matter how beautiful someone's face is if their heart and soul are as ugly as yours are.
Huh?
I'll be sending your parents a bill for my portion of the wedding that never happened. 'Cause I'm not paying a cent for the wedding you ruined.
Huh? You're not paying. Brad, wait, do you know how expensive the wedding was?
I'm not waiting, and I don't care. Bye. After that, Scarlett tried everything to get my brother to change his mind, but he wouldn't budge. Even Scarlett's parents wanted him to reconsider leaving her. That is until he told them the reason why he called off the wedding and why he was forcing them to pay the entire cost of the wedding. Of course, they didn't believe their daughter did what he claimed she did, and they were against paying for any more of the wedding than they already had. But when Brad printed out a copy of the chat history that I had with Scarlett and gave it to them, they realized Brad wasn't lying about what she did. After reading the chat history, Scarlett's parents didn't blame my brother for calling off the wedding. In fact, they both said they would have done the same thing if they were in his position. It seems Scarlett's parents are good people, even if she isn't. They were, however, against paying for the wedding, but they didn't make Brad pay for it. Scarlett's parents were so disgusted with her behavior that they forced her to pay for the entire wedding herself and to reimburse them for the portion they'd already paid for.
They told her that if she didn't, they were going to disown her and write her out of their will. I don't know exactly what happened to Scarlett after that, but Brad told me he never received a single bill for anything to do with the wedding. So I guess Scarlett's parents forced her to go into major debt to pay it all off herself. Or they disowned her and wrote her out of their will. Either way, I'm happy with the outcome. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please press the like button. See you next time!